Hey guys, how you going? Okay, let's talk about hookup culture. Evie magazine, which is a counter culture magazine for women, said the consequences of casual dating have been dire for not only the women who engage in hookup culture, but even for those who don't. Okay, let's have a look. Women's viral video on TikTok shows the real consequences of casual dating into your 30s. Let me introduce you to Camille. She's around 30, lives in LA, and she's in tears over the state of her love life. Why? I'll let her explain.
I just had like the craziest, saddest thought. I'm in a stage of life where I'm watching all my friends get married and have babies and find love, and I had another talking phase yet again fall through, and my friend was like, you know, you'll meet the one day, don't give up. But now I'm at a point where I hope I don't, because what happens if I meet him and he wants kids and I'm too old to not be able to give him any? So it's easier for me to say I don't want kids. Having like a weird existential crisis. I don't know why I'm posting this on TikTok, but I think I need to know I'm not alone.
I feel really sorry for her. Like, by 19, I was engaged with children. Oh, sorry, having my first child and engaged. So I feel sorry for these people who haven't had children and are finding themselves in their 30s, but I don't think 30 is a cutoff for children. What are they lowering the age of, because some women in their 40s can have children. So I know it gets less and less as you go on, like the chances of getting pregnant are less and less the older you get, but it's not impossible. I just had the craziest, saddest thought, Camille begins tearfully. I'm at the stage of life where I'm watching all my friends get married and find love, and I had another talking phase yet again fall through. And my friend was like, you'll meet the one day, don't give up. But now I'm at a point where I hope I don't, because it happens. Yeah, so that's what she said. Camille genuinely seems like a lovely woman. She's beautiful, funny, down to earth. Any guy would be lucky to go out with her, and yet she's struggling to find real love because our modern dating scene is a disaster area. This is why I haven't dated anyone for like about 8 years. Maybe more. No, thank you. Not that I'm ruling it out. I'm just saying I haven't, because of how I knew things were going like this. It just got worse and worse, you know, over the years that I've sort of been looking at it. I have not participated in it. Well, once I had a one-night stand and regretted it immediately, but I never did it again. And yeah, I've had 3 long relationships. So yeah, I don't completely understand, but I do from being a single person now. And I honestly, the only thing I can say is the more people keep their legs shut, like women mainly, the men will have a harder time hooking up with people. But some women just can't do it. I've known a few women who just cannot keep their legs shut, and they'll go after someone's husband or boyfriend or fiance. So, okay. The days of courtship and shared values is really getting to know a person, which is what I'd have to do, is get to know someone, have been usurped by a culture of hookups and dating for fun, and it's making women miserable. Casual dating was falsely advertised. Casual dating was advertised as something that would empower women. We were told we didn't need to settle down with a man. Instead, we should date for fun, embrace our sexuality, and have as much meaningless sex as we wanted. No thanks. We can take birth control, so what is there to worry about? Few people ever considered the emotional toll that casual dating would have on women, But the consequences have been dire for not only the women who engage in hookup culture, but even for those who don't. Casual dating was supposed to make women and men equal, but it ended up exacerbating inequalities. Look, this hookup culture, it's great for men. They never have to settle down if they just want to keep sleeping around. But ladies, ladies, it's a different matter. You know, men can have babies at 60s and 70s. Ladies can't. The ironic thing about hookup culture is that while it's supposed to make women equal with men, it ended up exacerbating the very inequalities it was supposed to fix. Men get everything they want and more out of the deal. Now they can have sex with as many women as they want and they don't have to worry about getting a woman pregnant. They get to embrace their inner Peter Pan syndrome and they can put off responsibilities for as long as they want, perhaps indefinitely. Meanwhile, women are feeling empty inside. Does Camille seem very empowered to you? No, she seems heartbroken. Her TikTok is hard to watch because you feel for her. Maybe you, like many women nowadays, are struggling with exactly the same issues she is. If anything, casual dating has empowered men a lot more than it ever empowered women. And this is feminism for you. Seriously, this is what has happened. Women can do what men can do. Women can sleep around, have the pill, do what you want, and it's made it worse. The idea that you can have fun in your 20s and settle down in your 30s might sound like a good idea, but it turns out that, as Camille points out, the men you date in your 30s are no better. The tainted dating pool. I have no idea if Camille engages in hookup culture or not, but it doesn't matter because she's affected by it either way. Casual dating has made finding a serious man more difficult because it teaches men not to be emotionally serious. Here's another thing, and this happens mainly with women rather than men. The more that they hook up with different people, the less they can bond with one partner in the end. They have a higher risk of divorce, of cheating, and many other things. So, yeah, it's a bonding thing. Like, they can't bond with one person. That's apparently what happens. There has been studies on it. Pair bonding, it's called. And it's worse for women than it is for men. The more people that you sleep with as a woman, the less you can pair bond with your partner for life, if that's what you want. Men, they do have the same thing. The more they sleep with different women, the less they can pair bond with one. But with men, I think it takes a lot more than women, because men look at sex differently than women, as far as I know. I don't know, I'm not a man, but from what I can gather, one of the unfair realities of life is that men can father children well into their older years while women simply can't. So casual dating in our 20s and 30s isn't as harmful to men as it is to women. This is also that thing of go out and get a job and, you know, set yourself up, you know, in your 20s and then settle down later. You know, it doesn't always work. Women typically don't have the luxury of waiting till 40 to settle down if they want to have kids. We're naturally on a much shorter childbearing timeline than men. Casual dating has worsened this timeline inequality and set many women up for heartache later in life. Even if you don't engage in casual dating, you still suffer the consequences of it. This is why I don't date. Even if you don't engage in casual dating, you're still harmed by it because it taints the entire dating pool. If you want to find real, lasting love and settle down, there are fewer viable men for you to choose from, because casual dating not only teaches men to expect sex right away, but also that they can live free of any responsibilities that come along with a relationship while still reaping all the benefits. When presented with the limitless sexual options that casual dating offers, the idea of choosing to settle down with just one woman is unappealing for many men. Evolutionary biologist Brett Weinstein calls this an evolutionary bargain. Casual sex presents men with too good of a deal to pass up, so why would they? And ladies, you have much more control over this than you think. And honestly, it's not to jump in quick with men, okay? Some people learn the hard way, some people don't learn at all. Women get the short end of the casual dating stick. Women and men process emotions very differently, especially when it comes to sex. We get attached much more easily than men do, which makes it very difficult for us to engage in casual sex without emotional consequences. It's not just me saying that, it's actually been proven by science. Women experience a big boost in oxytocin, the love hormone, during sex, which expedites the bonding process for us. The desire for emotional attachment is built into our very DNA, so while men can have casual sex and go on their merry way afterwards, most women find that very hard to do. One of the worst parts about casual dating is that it makes many women feel guilty about their very biology. Modern feminism teaches women that we're exactly the same as men, so we should be able to have all the casual sex we want and not feel a thing. Then when women try that strategy and it backfires, we're made to think there's something wrong with us. What a psychologically torturous notion. Casual dating makes women feel guilty about their very biology. Camille mentions something else in her TikTok that's important. She now feels the need to lie to herself and others about the fact that she wants kids. What happens if I meet him and he wants kids and I'm too old to be able to give him any, she asks. So it's easier for me to say I don't want kids. Casual dating not only forces women to lie about their emotional needs, but it also forces many to lie about their desire for children, even to themselves. I often wonder if one of the reasons why fewer and fewer couples are getting married and having children nowadays is not because fewer people want children, but because it's become increasingly difficult to find real love in today's world. And for a woman, it's harder to find the right man, while there's still enough time left on her biological clock to bring kids into the picture. Of course, there are many other socio-economic factors that go into this statistic, but I believe our upside-down dating culture is one of them. Women have also been conditioned to think that having children is a lesser goal. This happened to me when I was young. Than chasing a successful career. So they often put off having babies until it's too late. Lucky I was a rebel. So many of these modern ideas that are meant to empower women end up having the opposite effect. Closing thoughts. Camille finishes her story by saying, I don't know why I'm posting this on TikTok, but I think I need to know I'm not alone. You are not alone, Camille. Many women feel exactly the same way you do. They want the exact same things you do. Love, meaning, family, happiness. These are not unreasonable desires in life, but casual dating and hookup culture undermine every single one of them. And they do, it does. Yeah, so honestly, there is a pair bonding that makes it harder when women can't just have casual sex and go on their merry way. And also, yeah, this thing about having children is a lesser goal. When I had my children, I was looked down upon by most of the people I knew because I wanted children. It's insane to think, seriously. But I did not cave into the pressure of that. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mum, and I managed to do that until my children were well into primary school, so like years 3 and 4 at school, you know. But yeah, I think this is terrible. It's really awful the way things are. I don't know what else to say about this. It makes it harder for people like me. Oh dear. Who don't want any of this. I don't want anything to do with hookup culture. That's why I stick to myself. And I have for many, many years. I don't like hookup culture, but I'm like a lot older than these ladies, you know. But it was the same when I was young. It was like anything men can do, we can do too, you know. And it doesn't work out that way, guys. So I really... Look, I feel sorry for them, and I don't want to see them hit their 50s without children and a husband. Because every woman is better off being married and having a husband and protection, or even just, you know, if you don't want to marry them, at least a long-term relationship that you guys will be lifelong companions. At least that. Anyway, guys, you can let me know what you think about this down below. I do think we need to take huge steps backwards and start dating again at the very least before just jumping in with people. It's not... As a woman, I honestly can't understand other women who do that. It's not natural for a woman, I don't think. And I think feminism has ruined a lot of women in that way. Okay, guys, you can let me know what you think about this down below. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, guys, bye.